For the avoidance of doubt, the Simple Side does not provide investment, tax, or legal advice. As with any asset, the value of any asset class can go up or down, and there can be substantial risk that you lose your money buying, selling, holding, or investing in any asset. You should carefully consider whether trading or holding assets is suitable for you in light of your financial condition.
Welcome to the Simple Side. Market beating picks inside. There's no jargon and no time to waste. Join the Simple Side and end up in first place. Welcome to the Simple Side.
Alrighty, if this is your first time here, welcome. If you're one of the nearly 300,000 returning subscribers, welcome back. We are so glad to today's newsletter. I want to hear from you. Yes, you. I want to know what could make this newsletter better for you. There's a survey button in the newsletter that gets sent out every week. You can find it at thesimpleside.substack.com. It should be the number one post that shows up on the page. So go and look that up. There should be a survey button right at the very top. Click that survey. Let me know what you like about this Saturday send out that I do. Let me know what you dislike about it, what you want to see changed, and I'll get things updated. So far, subscribers have answered my survey and they have gotten me to add a gold tracker in this newsletter and a summary of my weekly stock analyses as well. They've also gotten me to add daily technical stock analyses to my daily newsletter that gets sent out at thesimpleSideDaily.substack.com. So go and check that out as well. All right, let's talk about what we've got in today's newsletter for you. For free, for anybody that's reading, for all 300,000 of you, we're going to get into some quick updates about everything going on with the newsletter. We're going to talk about our weekly trades performance, which year to date are up over 9%, which is beating the market up only around 1.7%, I believe. We're going to talk about some politician trading. We're going to talk about insider trading. We're going to talk about the gold report that subscribers have asked me to add. Again, fill out that survey. We're going to talk about the Buffett pick of the week. We're going to talk about my portfolio updates in a key sale that happened this Friday. So we're going to talk about that. And then we're going to get into some of the paid information. Of course, the paid information you have to be subscribed to the newsletter to get. Again, you can subscribe at thesimpleside.substack.com/subscribe, or just go to thesimpleside.substack.com and you can find it there. Let's talk about these quick updates. Subscriber raffles are back. Last year we gave away over $4,000 to subscribers here, and I want to do it again. This year, we're going to be giving away a mix of items from our shop, which you can go and click on that link that's in the newsletter and go check that out. And we're going to be giving away our first $2,000. There is definitely going to be another one of these happening later in the year, but for now, we're going to give away that first $2,000. To be entered, all you have to do is be a paying subscriber. There's a button to join paid in the newsletter again. Go join paid, get on that list, and get entered in to win that $2,000. As a reminder, paying subscribers also have access to this spreadsheet. Again, link in the newsletter. It's got all of our trades, all of our returns. It tracks everything for you in one simple place. So go and check that out. It shows us versus the SPY. You're going to want to see it. It's got everything that you could ever want to see in there. And eventually, we're going to shift that over to our website, thesimpleside.news. You can look up that website and go and check that out there. I'm asking everybody to create their free account now. I'm going to be upgrading everybody that subscribes who's a paying subscriber to a paid account for free, no charge at all. So go over there and subscribe to that. All right, let's talk about weekly trades. I'm done with the updates. So for those of you that don't know, we've been doing these weekly send-outs, these weekly trades, dating back to July 20th of 2024. And since then, we've returned 27.21% versus the SPYs. Also, by the way, when I say SPY, I'm talking about the SPY, the index that you can buy on any brokerage, versus the SPY's 9.78%. So we've outperformed by almost 20% over the past 31 weeks. And we're predicted for our annualized returns to outperform by nearly 30%. Just crazy, crazy impressive returns. But don't get me wrong, this week was a bloodbath. You can go and see all of the stocks that we had, and we hit our max loss on nearly all of them, but we also hit our max gain on 2 of the stocks, but just got crushed this past week. So go and check that out. Look at all the buys that we had. Look at how everything's performed. And I mean, just as a reminder, you're going to want to go pay to get access to all this stuff. We're up over 9% year to date, while the indexes are up only 1.7. I mean, we're performing incredibly well. Let's talk about something else that is just as important, and that is politician trading. Now, politician trading matters quite a bit. In 2024, the top gaining politician was a Republican who returned 104%, who was followed closely by a Democrat we all know, Nancy Pelosi, who returned 70.9% over the year. Now, in this weekly newsletter that I send out, I track 2 ETFs, NANC and KRUZ, which are Democrat and Republican tracking ETFs. NANC was down 2.69% this week, down 1.63% over the past month, but is still beating the SPY year to date, up 2.63%. Cruise, the Republican tracking ETF, is down 0.88% this week, down 1.81% this past month, and is up 3.17% year to date, again outperforming the SPY. As a reminder, both of these indices are outperforming, and again, of course they are. It's politician trading. Over the past 30 days, we've seen 20 politicians make 246 trades with a total trade volume of $6.08 million. The buy-sell ratio for these trades is 1.83, which means bullish sentiment coming from politicians. So we'll be watching that closely. Of course, you can go and see the 5 most recent trades from politicians in the newsletter. Now let's talk insider trading. This report tracks another ETF ticker SURE. Sure is down 1.75% this week, down 3.41% this month, and up 1.29% year to date, underperforming the SPY. The monthly buy-sell ratio remains at 0.22 for insiders, which is below the median of 0.34. This indicates a slightly bearish sentiment from insiders. Again, you can go and check out the 5 largest trades for this week by insiders, and these ones are relatively interesting, but nothing there worth discussing heavily. 2 bioscience companies, 1-800-Flowers poking its head up again, and 3 bioscience companies now that I'm looking at it. 1-800-Flowers and TrueBridge. Interesting. TrueBridge being bought at the top of its 52-week range. All right, now we're back into the gold tracker. So this is what subscribers asked for last week, and I'm going to make this better over time. Again, go fill out that survey and let me know how I can make this better. But for now, we're looking at 3 things. We're looking at technical indicators, we're looking at fundamental indicators, and then I'm just giving you an overall range. So right now, gold is rated as a strong buy on every front. I've got a bunch of technical analysis in here, and I'm not going to go through and read it all for the podcast. But basically, we got a support that's sitting at $2,923, followed by $2,908, which is a clear break below these 2 levels. And that's going to signal a correction for gold in the markets. Again, if we hit 2,939, that's going to be a regaining of momentum, and we're probably going to end up bumping up to 2,954 and maybe even 2,969. And a sustained push could get us up to that 3,000 mark that everybody's looking for. Talking about the fundamentals of gold, we're going to get into something that's not too big of a deal, but we did see a slip this week after the US dollar kind of picked up. Now, this is to be expected. I mean, gold can't run up for eternity, so you're going to just need to be watching that. Again, I talk about a couple of things in here like US sanctions on Russia and the PMI figures that we're waiting to come out and all that stuff. So go ahead and read through the gold thing. Again, fill out that survey. Let me know what you think. if you're looking for a strategy, I would be watching a stronger than expected U.S. data to come out or a surprisingly hawkish turn in U.S. policy, as this is going to prompt further profit taking for investors. Again, we've got 2,923 and 2,908 as the next lines of defense for dips. So pay attention to that. All right, now we can talk about the Buffett Buy weekly summary. This week, we didn't actually do a Buffett Buy. We just did an analysis of a stock that I have been looking at adding to my flagship fund. And it just doesn't seem like the right time to add it, but boy, do I like this company. They're doing over $6 billion in annual revenue. And basically all they do is data management, data storage. The article, again, is linked to in this newsletter, so go and look at that one. The title is "A Limestone Mine with the Government's Data and Princess Diana's Will Could Be My Next Investment." So go and check that out. It's a great article. It's pretty quick. It's pretty succinct. Paying subscribers can get the whole thing. So just go and look at that. All right, the big news that I've been waiting to discuss here are my portfolio updates. You can go through and read the individual portfolio updates on the newsletter. Again, thesimpleside.substack.com. But that's not what I want to talk about. I want to talk about a key trade. I'm selling 80% of my HIMS position. For those of you that don't know, I recommended HIMS back in 2024 and have returns that are sitting over 240% now. And we saw HIMS take a massive hit with the announcement of Novo Nordisk. Geez, that's such a hard word to say for some reason. Novo Nordisk. Oh, Lord. Basically, they came out and said that they're not in short supply of their GL1 compound anymore, which means HIMS can no longer sell their generic compound. And they still kind of get to finish out their run for patients that they have onboarded right now. But before they can sell anything else, they have to start making the compound on their own. And they've bought a facility to do so. But in the short run, I think it's going to be pretty brutal for them. And I'm not looking for that kind of volatility, especially when I'm sitting at over 200% returns. It does look like they have legs to grow. I talk about it a bit more in the newsletter, so go and read there. But I'm going to be selling about 80% of this position. And the remaining 20% is going to be speculatory on the fact that they're able to create their own GLP-1 and have the ability to distribute it accordingly. Now, this is the great part where all of our paying subscribers get to go read about these weekly trades, the weekly trades that I send out every week, the weekly trades that are up over 9% year to date, while the SPY is up only 1%. So, paying subscribers, go and enjoy. Go and check out all of those stocks we've got. I think we've got something like 6 this week for you, including the 2 ETFs that we buy, or the 3 ETFs, that we buy every week. So go and read through all that. We've got a lot of finance stocks for you this week. So I would just be careful with heavily weighting all of those just in case we see the finance sector or the asset manager sector take a dip. So for me here at The Simple Side, it's been an incredible week. Look forward to next week with you.